It's the annual UK Youth Parliament debate. This is actually the second one ever, isn't it? Representatives from each region will debate the big issues of the moment. On the agenda today, they're going to talk about the war in Afghanistan, they're going to talk about climate change, and they're going to talk public sector cuts. Now, 17-year-old Harry Carter represents Sheffield on the Youth Parliament, and earlier on this morning, I spoke to him just before he got on the train to London.
It was absolutely fantastic. It gave an opportunity for young people to put their views on a national stage. It was recognised by national media, it was recognised by many people in our communities, and it was recognised by politicians. And it really gave us the opportunity to have a say, and actually for us to give credible arguments to the government, which was just fantastic.
Do you think that's something that's needed, Harry? Do you feel that young people don't have enough of a say?
I think in the past young people didn't have a platform on which they could stand and have a say. But I think now with the rise of the Youth Parliament and the realisation by politicians that actually they're going to have to somehow please a younger voter, they have more of a say now than before.
So what are the issues that you're hoping to discuss today?
So the issues today, we'll be discussing job opportunities, we'll be discussing war, not just perhaps the war in Afghanistan, but also war in general. We'll be discussing tuition fees, and we'll be discussing things like transport, just sort of issues, practical issues that young people have problems with that we can perhaps find a solution to.
Practically, how does it work? Is it like the House of Commons with somebody sat at the top and people sat on either side?
Yeah, that's basically it. Although, because we're not really affiliated with any political party, what happens is we'll all be sat sort of anywhere. There'll be people who are debate leads. They will lead the debate. There'll be someone who summarises the debate, and then everyone has got the opportunity to catch the speaker's eye, as it were, and to have a say and to sort of make an opinion.
Are there any local issues you'll be bringing up?
Yeah, look, I mean, in any of those topics, a lot of them do have a local element to them, such as job opportunities, things like that. Also to do with the cuts happening to local authorities. We'll be talking about that, and I can draw on specific examples from Sheffield.
You mentioned the cuts. Is there a political side to this, or is it an apolitical meeting?
It's an apolitical meeting. However, we will have an opinion on, and we should have an opinion on the cuts. I think it's important to recognise perhaps that cuts are needed. It's important to recognise that they will come. It's inevitable. But what we need to do is ensure that the cuts don't disproportionately affect young people. So cuts to education, cuts that will cause an increase in university tuition fees, cuts that will take away things perhaps such as a local area grant. We need to make sure that provisions that were there are still there, but in a different form.
So is this the beginning of a life in politics, Harry? Did you see yourself being the next Nick Clegg or Ed Miliband?
For me, actually, my ambition is to be a doctor, to do medicine. But I've always said that representing people, you can represent people in whatever job you have, and perhaps later on in life I'll move into politics, but first off it's medicine for me.
I have to ask you this, and it is because of your age, and so I do apologise, and it's not meant to sound condescending, yeah. But do you find that people are surprised when a 17-year-old is as motivated as you?
I think sometimes people are quite surprised, but actually what I find talking to other 17-year-olds is that there are many just as motivated as I, but they don't or haven't sort of accessed the opportunity that I have. And actually talking to them, they've got really good opinions on really good topics, and so we're just sort of a motivated generation, really, that we don't really have an opportunity to debate, for people to recognise us, but I'm just quite lucky that, today I have one.
Well, good on you for taking it. Harry Carter, have a great day down in London. I know we're recording this very early because you're going to get on the 6:30 train.
We are, yeah.
So take care of yourself. Thanks, Harry.
Yeah, thank you, Toby, thank you.
That's Harry Carter from Sheffield. They're talking to me on his way to the UK Youth Parliament meeting in London.